sklearnneighborsKDTree. Description: a KD tree is a data structure used for organizing points in a multi-dimensional space, enabling efficient nearest neighbor search and range queries. It divides the data space into rectangular regions cells recursively, splitting along the dimension with the largest variance at each level. Each node in the KD tree represents a cell, and the data points within that cell are stored at the leaves. Inputs: X, a NumPy array representing the data points. Each row corresponds to a single data point, and each column corresponds to a dimension. Leaf size, an integer specifying the maximum number of data points to store in a leaf node. The default value is 30. Outputs: KD tree object, the fitted KD tree object that can be used for nearest neighbor search and range. Queries. Steps: initialization, create a KD tree object with the input data points and the optional leaf size. Tree construction: the KD tree algorithm recursively splits the data space into cells, selecting the dimension with the largest variance at each level and splitting along the median value of that dimension. Metrics: Euclidean distance, the most common distance metric used in KD tree searches. Calculating the straight line distance between 2 points. Visualization plots. Scatter plot: a scatter plot of the data points can visualize the distribution of points and pay. Partitioning of the space by the KD tree. Fine-tune parameters. Leaf size controls the number of data points in each leaf node, impacting the trade-off between memory usage and search efficiency. Smaller leaf sizes lead to more balanced trees and faster searches, but they also consume more memory. Uncertainty methods. K nearest neighbors: this method uses the distances to the K nearest neighbors to estimate pay. Uncertainty in the prediction. Challenges and fixes. Curse of dimensionality: as the dimensionality of the data increases, the effectiveness of KD tree searches can decline due to the exponential growth of the search space. Sample use case that resulted in challenge 1: performing nearest neighbor search in a high-dimensional space with a KD tree may result in slow search times and poor accuracy. Fixes to challenge 1. Dimensionality reduction: employ techniques like principal component analysis (PCA) to reduce the dimensionality of the data before constructing the KD tree. Approximate nearest neighbors: utilize approximate nearest neighbor search algorithms like ANOI or HNSW, which trade accuracy for speed in high-dimensional spaces. Data skewness: if the data is heavily skewed, the KD tree may not partition the space effectively, leading to unbalanced trees and inefficient searches. Sample use case that resulted in challenge 2: when dealing with data with highly uneven distributions. The KD tree might create very deep branches in some regions while leaving other regions sparsely populated. Fixes to challenge 2. Data preprocessing: normalize or standardize the data to mitigate the effects of skewness and improve tree balance. Alternative data structures: consider using other data structures like ball trees or cover trees, which are better suited for handling skewed data.